I remember my grandfather was put into a nursing home. He did not want to go. He had had 3 car accidents in 2 days. That's hard to do, even if you're trying. Most cars don't make it through that. My mom and dad and her sisters had to make the decision that he could not take care of himself. That's hard to do. Let me conclude with this story that describes a fascinating child-parent odyssey. It's called Father. At 4 years old, the child says, "My daddy can do anything." At 7 years old, my dad knows a lot. He knows a whole lot. At 8 years old, my father doesn't quite know everything. At 12 years old, oh well, naturally, father doesn't know everything. At 14 years old, father, he's hopelessly old-fashioned. At 21 years old, that man is out of date. What did you expect? At 25 years, he knows a little bit about it, but not much. At 30 years, I must find out what Dad thinks about it. At 35 years, a little patient, let's get Dad's meaning about it first. At 50 years, what would Dad have thought about it? At 60 years, my dad knew literally everything. At 65 years of age, you're saying, I wish I could talk it over with Dad one more time. I don't know where you are on this child-parent trip. Okay? Hopefully something I have said has been helpful. Perhaps now is the time before it's too late to pick up the phone, write a letter and say I'm sorry, or perhaps all you need to do is reestablish or maintain communication in a way that takes your parents or child seriously as God's personal gift to you, both directions. It has been a troubled relationship, one with abuse. You may have just had to keep those boundary lines clear. Talk to the Lord about those issues. Get therapy if needed. I have a pastoral care and counseling background. There is not a person in this world that I don't recommend get counseling for something. Okay? Whether it be your parents, how you grew up, your kids have put you into counseling, whatever it is, there's always something that you can talk over with a counselor, whether it be a pastor or a professional counselor or a pastoral counselor, one who's both a pastor and a counselor. But most importantly, talk to the Lord about your issues. Talk to God. It's not that difficult, especially because then no one else knows. Everyone in this day and age, we got to hide everything. We have to look perfect. We can't look like bad parents. We can't look like we treat our parents horrible. Some kids don't care about that, but some do. Who wants to go tell someone else? Talk to God about it. You can do that in your bedroom. You can do that in your car. You can do that while you're sitting on the bus and no one is even... you have people all around you on the bus and you can still talk about it. Hopefully, you will come to the day that you will forgive your father and your mother for the mistakes they made, even if they are incapable of understanding the full degree of those mistakes. Hopefully, you can identify the wonderful qualities in your parents and take the initiative now to express your appreciation to them. If they are not alive, thank God for your gift of your parents. My mom reminds me often that she lost her mom at age 9. My mom's still alive. I don't know how that would be. How I could look back and say, my mom shaped me only to this age. Because I know my parents both have shaped me through the years, whether it be good and bad, to make me who I am. And I am thankful for them now. I may not have been as thankful when I was a teenager and they didn't let me go to the mall, or they didn't let me go to the movies by myself, or they didn't let me watch The Simpsons, or they didn't let me watch this show and everyone else got to. As a Christian, God gives us a chance. He gives us a chance to be forgiven. He gives our parents a chance to be forgiven. As a Christian, it's easy to ask for forgiveness. All you have to do is ask. that's given. If you're not a Christian today, I ask that during our time of song, you come forward. I ask that if you're a parent or child dealing with a situation, that you pray during this time. I ask that when you go out to lunch today, whether it be with your parents or not, you think about talking to your parents. And if you go with your parents or your children to lunch, you remind them that you love them, whether you did not get along on the way to church here today or not. Because I know for me how many arguments I've had with my parents on the way to church. We got to church and we went different parts of the building. Didn't see each other till afterwards when it was time to go home, and hopefully I got lunch. As we sing, think about those thoughts. Think about reminding your parents that you love them.